Black spending matters.
Black spending matters.
Black spending matters.
If we can be able to facilitate the black dollar and put it all together, maybe we can start building empires that way.
How do you feel about how black people spend money today?
Too many of us are consumers.
Oh, we're horrible at it.
We are our ancestors reborn. They live through us. So we all should see ourselves in that light on where we're trying to link up globally. You know, is it my specialty? I heard a call and I answered the call. I heard a call and I answered the call. It wasn't something that I said that this is what I'm gonna do with my life. It was just, hey, I'm listening, so I got you.
It's kind of a spiritual thing.
Well, what are some of the challenges you faced in trying to create this network?
I mean, I don't really want to call them challenges, you know. I set everything up like milestones. So it was objective based, you know. First was coming up with a name that was inclusive to everybody. You know, we all got our different sets out there that we call them under or whatnot. And it was just like, well, what is universal? We don't want to use the word black, right? We don't want to use African American, right? So what is something that we can use, a name that we can all identify with, you know? And so I just reached into our DNA, you know, the one thing that links us globally, you know? And like, that's just the thought process that's behind it. Then I had to go into the technical side of it, you know, what platform I'm gonna run, what software, what background, you know. So it was just really trying to get something that was appeasing to everybody and easy to use. So some trial and error behind it to get it to where it's at right now, but no challenges. Nothing for my people is a challenge.
I like that you called it milestones instead of challenges as well. That's a great way to look at that as well. But so do you have any experience in technology?
Yeah.
Prior to melanated people.
So technology, like history or whatnot, I'm actually in school for computer information science. A master's degree up in that is what I'm working for. My job, my 9 to 5, is around technology.
And that's you know, that's very important today because we living in a tech world, and in the 90s, that was the first, I think, tech bubble.
The 1990s was a great decade for anybody who was really in almost any business. I mean, we had the tech bubble, so you had people who were very, very young making not just $1 million, 10 millions, but literally hundreds of millions of dollars.
The new economy, is it a boom without end?
The culture at large, you know, had this experience during the internet boom, during the real estate bubble.
It used to be the impossible dream, becoming a millionaire. But in these days of the fast buck and the big deal, the dream isn't so elusive anymore. In fact, the instant millionaire is a pop phenomenon.
But African Americans, our community, really didn't take advantage of that, you know, back then. And I think this is the second time, you know, for us to really get on board.
Right. As far as it go about the usefulness of technology, like you said, this is the era that we're living in, you know. Yeah, we got computers in our pocket and everything, but we need to understand how they work. We need to be able to get into the program and fix them ourselves, you know. And I can see in Chicago that there are a lot of African-based computer shops and repair stores that's opening up that specializing in the hardware. And I also know people who going to school for this. So, I mean, we coming up. We doing our thing.
Right, you know, and see, like, you know, you talking about Chicago too, and I'm glad that you putting more of a positive spin on Chicago, because, you know, all you hear about is violence and the drill rappers and the rappers beefing with each other, but there's a lot more to Chicago than just, you know, the nonsense.
Oh yeah, I mean, but it's like that with any one of our towns, you know. I mean, as we all know, we portrayed in a negative light. They never celebrate anything that we do, but they quick to condemn us, you know. So, I mean, I was born and raised in Chicago, and I think for me to be born and raised in Chicago in the hoods that I grew up in, I'm doing pretty good. You know, so everything can't be bad.
Right. And see, you know, that's another purpose for melanatedpeople.net is to promote more of the positive activities of our people.
Right.
You know, because a lot of times, you know, you just see the fighting and the ratchet stuff, but we don't know. Oh, go ahead.
That's a piece of the terms and agreements, you know, of using melanated people. You know, it's nothing that's going to interfere with the growth of the African community globally, you know. So we don't, all that extra fighting, getting into it, attacking people, you know, that's the only thing that's not allowed when it comes down to melanated people.
It seemed to be allowed on Facebook.
Right, but when you turn around and you put something up on that ladder, on them ladders about us doing something good or about getting a message out that is going to change us, that's the first thing to come down, you know.
One of the things that stood out for me when I went to your website was the logo. Can you kind of explain where the logo, how you came up with your logo?
The logo, I mean, the logo is our mission statement, you know. As you can see, it's the globe, right? Representing the reach of melanated people, you know. This is what I'm reaching to. I'm not reaching to just the Americas, just the Caribbean, or just over in Africa, you know. It don't matter where you at. If you got internet access and whatever government you under don't block us, you know, you more than welcome to come and join up with us, you know. The two rings that you see on there, that is really the Umoja symbol, you know, from the Akan people. And that's something that I grew up with, seeing my whole life, that represented unity. So that's what that is. And well, the M is simply melanated, you know. I went for the green, you know, pretty much basically because that was a good color for me.
Yeah, green symbolizes a lot of things, you know, growth, money.
Yes, sir.
But you know, speaking of that too, because just like even on like a cultural or spiritual note, you know, I feel good when I can connect with somebody in Ghana, you know, and I think what you're doing, it helps to connect black people, you know, across the world. Like when slavery has separated us, you know. So,
do you have anybody in other countries that are members on the site?
We have people from other countries that are members on the site. Based on my analytics, you know, there's a little profile page that you fill out when you first sign up, and that's the location that we ask for. I don't ask you for your city, I don't ask you for your community, I ask you what country are you in, because it's really important that we know where we need to reach to. We have people from South Africa, from Kenya, you know, from Ghana, from Nigeria. We got people from the Caribbean, of course, from the U.S. Majority of our people is from the U.S. The U.K. is picking up as well, too. So, I mean, right now we are reaching really good, but there's a lot of growth yet to happen.
Right, and you know, that can, that also affects us economically as well. Because, you know, the Chinese are in Africa right now, too, for economics. You know, and if we can bridge some of those gaps, which Marcus Garvey was trying to do originally, then we can really change some things for ourselves on both sides of the globe.
Black Spending Matters is dedicated to helping Black entrepreneurs advertise their products and services. We are striving to provide a platform that Black consumers will utilize in effort to support Black-owned businesses. As you all know, Black businesses continue to struggle to maintain in today's economy where Blacks spend over $1 trillion on purchasing products and services in the U.S. There is no reason we as a people should struggle to have our own businesses when we possess that much spending power.